Okay, you guys tell me something right here. Do any of you have any of these? Check these out. Do you have any clue what these are? Well, I'm going to get into that into a second here. And I'm going to show you how maybe these are some of the best do-it-yourself tools you ever had. And if you're a skilled tradesperson, if you work on heavy machinery, maybe tractors, loaders, hydraulics, and like you say, if you're a automotive technician, you more likely know what this is. Let's get to it. I'm going to bring you over to the bench here and I'm going to show you what these are. A couple of little hacks that I've done to improve these and see if you guys could use these in the future. They may be useful for you too. Well, here we go right here. These are flushing adapters. And on the end here I've wrote down, you know, the sizes. This one here is 1 3/16 from here to 5/8. This one here, 2" from the top. I get you zoomed in there. And then 1 3/8 down the bottom. And the last one is 7/8 and 1.5. And you can take a look there. Just a regular 1/4" M fitting. And what do you use these for? Well, there's multiple things that you could use these for. And the little bit of a hack that I've done is I just took one of the fittings here. Regular fitting that just snaps on, all three of them. And you can just take your cap off. And you've just got a regular airline fitting on the end there. And I'm going to explain what that's all about too. But these are just terrific. I recommend anybody to get these. I've had these for about maybe 10 years. I bought them at Princess Auto and I believe I paid about 12 bucks. They're probably more now. I imagine most places in the world, they're not very expensive, but these are one of the handiest tools to have, and I'll explain to you why. Well, whatever trade you're in or whatever particular situation you find yourself in where you've got a blockage somewhere, well, most people just go with like a little airline like this, or they get like a bigger airline like this, and they'll stuff a rag around a hose or a pipe or something like that, and you know, just give her the air pressure and away you go, right? Well, it's not always that easy, and this particular set here will make it a whole lot easier for you. I'll explain a couple of things here, and I'm going to show you the setup I did here. Now what I do with this is, because I have this on here, I can now, I'll just put this off to the side for a second here. So now I've got this, I'll turn it around for you, set up like this. Now here's one of the adapters, and now I can apply regulated pressure, and I know exactly how much pressure I'm putting in with this adapter, and it works on all three of them, and that's a terrific thing to happen. And of course, on the end of the line you can just use like a regular fitting as well. So what are the purpose of these things? Well, I'll tell you what, this one here for instance will fit in most coolant overflow bottles, and you know, you can apply pressure to blow out a line. I was using this one here, I believe about 1.5 years ago. A friend of mine had a log splitter with a little bit of a kind of a funky kind of a line on it there, and his tank was plugged somewhere along the line. So what we did was we took where the filter was attached, took it off of the filter, put this in, applied some air, and it just blew out the blockage. And that's just one of many instances where you can use this type of thing, where it makes a nice seal, you know, wherever you use it. And you'd be surprised the amount of times that you're blowing out some kind of a line that has a blockage, or you're blowing out coolant in a particularly, say a rad. Say you have a rad and it's plugged a bit. Well, you really don't want to go crazy and apply like 100 pounds of pressure, because you're not going to have too good of a result. But at least if you use the, you know, the regulated pressure is fine. And sometimes if you're looking for a leak, now, yeah, you can use like a regular pressure test kit. You know, you got to pump it up, pump it up, pump it up. Well, you're going to be pumping there a long time and looking for a long time, and Sometimes a leak ain't so easy to find, and it's a lot easier if you could have a little more volume but not a lot of pressure. And this does a great job at doing that. So I just thought I'd show this today, and you guys let me know if you've ever seen these before or if you use them, because I find they're handy. I do not use this a lot. I mean, it depends on the situation, how many times you have a blockage somewhere, but they're great if you want to actually flush out a particular system of what it is. Could be on various machinery, could be all kinds of different things. And yeah, some people actually use them as well for flushing out a line, even on a trailer or like an RV, that kind of thing. You never know where you want to use some air pressure. So I thought this was a great little tip to show you, and maybe you could see if it could be useful for you as well. You never know when you're going to use one of these. So thanks for joining me here today. Come back again. If you haven't seen this channel before, well, you're welcome to subscribe. Cheers.